everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Ungrownups video transmission. I'm your host Mark, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Classics Jitsu. Now, Jitsu is one of my favorite bad guys of all time on Skeletor's side. Love this guy. He is awesome. Always loved his samurai, his Asian look when I was a kid. I thought this guy was awesome. Loved the huge like karate chopping hand. So glad it's present again and sort of looking more a little like its 2000X counterpart. I love this guy. I can't believe he's finally in my collection. He's one of the last few He-Man figures I'm actually going to be buying. Over the summer, I plan on picking up Clamp Champ, who I believe is in July, and I'm really hoping and really got my fingers crossed that for San Diego Comic-Con we get a reveal of Too Bad, because he's the only other Masters of the Universe figure that I want. I really want Too Bad, really bad. So if I got Clamp Champ and Too Bad this year, I think those would be the last ones that I ever buy, and I could walk away from this line. But we are also getting Castle Grayskull in October, so keep your eyes peeled at the end of the year for a massive review of that huge playset that's coming out. So finally got Jitsu, the evil master of martial arts. Let's get him spun around here on the back. Real name, Chopper. That seems kind of backwards. Kind of seems like his code name would be Chopper and his real name would be Jitsu. I'm never going to call him Chopper. That's a goofy name. If you want to read the bio, you can pause the video here and read it. And yes, he's got his arch nemesis Fisto right here on the back. I'm not really sure why they put Drago Man on there. That doesn't really seem fitting. I could think of maybe Clawful would have been a good addition over here instead of Drago Man, but whatever. I'm not gonna futz about the packaging. Let's get this guy opened up and check him out. Okay, so here we have Jitsu opened up and out of his package, and man, I like nostalgia is all over me today between him and Ram Man, who I also got today. Who you'll see the review up for that. Probably immediately following this one. Man, nostalgia is all over me today. This guy is awesome. I totally remember having him as a kid, loved him as a kid, was really into like samurais and ninjas, of course, as a kid. I mean, what boy isn't? And this guy was a standout figure. I thought at first, I had to go do a little research, but I thought this was King Randor's body armor from the first King Randor release that we've already gotten in this line, but it's very similar, but it's not exactly the same. There's a lot more detail here. And so if you did a side-by-side, you would see it's not the same. So I thought it was. Spinning the figure around here on the back, you can see there's some odd sort of sculpting and molding going on, and that's really to hold both his sword and his kamas. He comes with two kama swords, and that's very reminiscent of his 2000X Staction figure release. Was that a Staction or was that a regular figure? I don't know. I never had that line. I think it was a Staction. I'm not sure. But that's also where the green knuckle jewels come from. So, just right off the bat, classic sword, the samurai sword, the one-handed samurai sword. Love this design. They do a really good job of mimicking that here. My hand was, the left hand was really tight. So getting that sword in there was quite a chore. But I want to bring this glove a little closer so you can see it and get all the detail on it. Come on, camera. Focus. Stay with me now. Man, this hand is awesome. You know, if I did have one complaint, I really do wish that the thumb was... Wow, that's really blown out. Really dark. Was that I wish the thumb was posable. I wish it wasn't... in that curved under kind of pose. If anything, if I had my way, I guess I would have rather had it just outright. So it was like more like, an actual chop instead of being tucked under. I don't really care for that, but I'm not going to nitpick. I'm not going to complain. This guy is amazing. He is absolutely fantastic. This is a very pliable, soft rubber. I guess you can see that right there. It's very soft rubber. So, of course, this whole top is removable, and he also doesn't have any abdomen paint, like Battle Armor He-Man or anything like that. And one of the things I've noticed and I'm really happy about is that He also doesn't have any sort of painted bits underneath his arm, just like Fisto did. And we'll look at Fisto here in a second. But I'm also glad he doesn't have the abdomen painting, because Fisto, has that as well. So love this head sculpt. I mean, as far as Four Horsemen go, I mean, their detailing is awesome. But whoever's doing this head sculpt in particular is just, it's outstanding. There's a lot of there's a whole lot of like fine detail that we typically don't get in face sculpts and head sculpts with He-Man figures. Oh man, you guys know I love this guy. I just can't talk about him enough. I love breaking up this red and gold with this black belt. That is killer. It looks so good. Now, of course, he can hold either comma with his left hand, but he's never going to use these. That's what he had when I was a kid. These are going to go on his back, so I want to show you how that kind of works. So, get this out of his hand, and I mean, we're a long way from that loose grip Skeletor we got way back in 2009, but come on, this is ridiculous. Okay, so there's a little slit right down the center for his samurai sword, and I'm assuming that can really go either way. No, maybe not. I guess it does fit better going that way. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that. We have the loudest neighbors upstairs. They are so loud. Okay, so his sword kind of fits in like that. And then the commas, they go upside down. And they stick right underneath the last little pommel on the end of the comma. So, and really, it's kind of up to you if you want, these kind of sticking out towards the back, or if you want to sort of lay them flat against his body a little bit. It's really up to you, I guess. More flared out, that you can see them from the front. It's not the most elegant of weapon storage solutions, but, at least there is a weapon storage solution. And I just really can't get enough of this guy. I'm glad they made these to fit on his back, but they'll never stay there. I'll never keep them there. I do like his samurai sword back there, though. Yeah. Jitsu's looking mighty tough. I tell you, for the most part, I'm done with the line. I'm not going to be collecting that many more figures, as I've already said. But I got to tell you, Jitsu is a mighty fine figure to start the year out with here. And one of the last few that I just, holdout figures that I really, really, really love. So let's get him posed up next to his arch nemesis. Oh, another one of my absolute favorite figures from my childhood is the new Masters of the Universe Classics Fisto. Toe to toe, the guys with the big right arms. Hellboy would be proud, wouldn't he? And as you can see, one of the little differences here, I don't know if you can notice this, but underneath his armor, his abdomen is actually painted silver to sort of go along with his armor. And I know some people didn't really like that. I'm glad they didn't do that with Jitsu. This is the same thing they did with Battle Armor He-Man. And I don't know, did they? Yeah, no. And there's no painting on the arm. For some reason I thought maybe there would be, but there's not. Another figure, almost completely perfect, were it not for this huge breaker sword sheath thing they sort of put on his back that's completely unnecessary. But these two guys will go right next to one another. Arch nemesises, nemesi, whatever it is. This is not a grammar show. This is an action figure show. So, man, these guys are looking tough, and I can't wait to get them back on my shelf. So, that's going to about do it for this Jitsu review, man. If you guys loved the video, please like, comment, or subscribe. Be sure to join our conversation over at facebook.com/ungrownups and catch our podcast, which is new every 2 weeks, over at ungrownups.com or over at iTunes. And for Mark here with the Ungrownups, this is going to be it for Jitsu. Until next time, peace.